Yeah. So how important is the relation with Sweden for you and between you and Europe and the West? Or do you rather turn your way to Africa, Asia, and the East?
Well, of course, our most important external relations are with neighbors. For any country, I believe the most important relations are with its neighbors. So for us, our most important relations is with the Horn of Africa countries, which are our neighbors. We also consider our neighbors across the Red Sea, in Saudi Arabia, in Yemen, in the Gulf countries, as also very important partners for Eritrea. After that, countries that want to have relations with us on the basis of mutual respect are the countries that we'd like to develop relations with. If countries want to dictate to us or want to establish relations that are to some extent based on an old mentality, or where Europe or rich countries can dictate and give orders to countries that are presently now felt to be not as developed economically as the European countries, then that's not acceptable to us. As I told you earlier, we achieved our independence, we achieved our freedom, not without the support, but with the active opposition of many countries. Countries were opposed to Eritrean independence, and yet, because of our strong bond with our people, we were able to achieve that.
But isn't it a weakness of a government when you close down the private newspapers, put the constitution on hold, and stopped the election to the parliament?
Let me reply to your comment earlier about forcing Eritrean communities abroad to pay taxes. Again, I don't believe that there is anything wrong with that. Eritrea is not the only country that asks its citizens abroad to pay taxes. It's a 2% tax that we ask our communities to pay, and they're willing to pay it because they believe that it serves them and serves the country. As I said earlier, Eritrea does not just ask obligations from its citizens abroad. It also gives them the same rights and privileges as any Eritrean that is born and lives in Eritrea. Anyone, anywhere in the world, even if they hold the citizenship of other countries, have the same rights as anyone living in Eritrea. They can get land, they can get the same jobs, businesses that they want set up. Every right that Eritreans have in the country are also extended to Eritrean citizens abroad, and it's a few countries who give that same right to their diaspora communities that Eritrea does. And since they enjoy these rights, they also have certain obligations to the country, and one of the obligations is the 2% tax. And then, why don't we get this complaint from Eritreans? Why is it outside countries that are complaining about this? This year, for instance, tens of thousands, close to 100,000 Eritreans went home to visit the country, and they did it of their own free will. They went there to participate in the festivals there, several thousand just from Sweden. If we have this difficult and antagonistic relationship with our communities, they would not do that. In fact, we can talk to the foreign communities, here in Sweden. They will tell you, Eritreans are the most organized communities here in Sweden and everywhere in the world. There are no ties as the ties that exist between the Eritrean government and its diaspora communities. Eritrean officials address these communities 3-4 times a year, have meetings regularly, listen to their concerns and answer their questions. And as I said earlier also, when we were fighting for our freedom, it was also the diaspora communities that contributed in a significant manner to Eritrean independence. So they are a valued asset for Eritrea, and their ties with Eritrea are very strong. I think countries like Sweden should instead be supporting these communities. They should be supporting this relationship between these communities and their home country, Eritrea, rather than trying to harass, intimidate them. I was very saddened to hear about the campaigns in the media here in Sweden trying to persuade or intimidate Eritreans from not attending the Eritrean festival. I really, for the life of me, cannot see what purpose is served by that one. If Eritreans get together, consolidate and enrich their cultural heritage, strengthen their links with their country and with their people, it serves not just them, but it also serves Sweden, in my opinion. So that's the issue. In terms of the media, again, what we have is a distorted picture of Eritrean society. I would wish that media personalities in Sweden would visit Eritrea. They can see it for themselves. Eritrean citizens have access, unfettered, unrestricted access to the internet. If you go to Asmara, you'll see an internet cafe in every block of that city where young people go to. We have satellite television transmissions. You can tune into any satellite TV broadcast from anywhere in the world. You can listen to radio. There is no restriction on foreign publications, books coming to the country. So we are not worried about any right of information for our people, something that we encourage. So that's not an issue for us. We have not had privately owned newspapers, which is something different, in our opinion, from a free press. We have serious issues. Paper is a very important, valuable, scarce commodity for us. Even the local newspapers that we produce are produced in limited editions and distributed limited numbers in terms of circulation. But Eritreans have the right to speak their minds. They write articles in these newspapers and magazines. They write including critical articles in them. We have our radio, which reaches most of our people, and in our radio there are listener programs, talk shows where people call and directly are on the air to express their views on these issues. Our television tries to play the same role. So these are the issues for us.
But still, according to Reporters Without Borders and other organizations around the world, they consider Eritrea as the worst country when it comes to free press.
Well, again, as I said, there is a campaign against Eritrea, a very concerted, coordinated campaign against Eritrea. And it's difficult for us to understand why that is so. Eritrea is a country that is trying, if outsiders were critical about some aspects about Eritrea and were willing to acknowledge that in other areas Eritrea is doing a lot of good, then you can say maybe this is a valid and a balanced point of view. But if you read these reports and listen to them, the image you get is that Eritrea is this monster, this evil place, that nothing good comes out of. There is nothing good about Eritrea. And for someone who paints that picture and claims that he's exercising freedom of speech or supporting and defending freedom of speech, I think it's very difficult for me to understand. Similarly to the campaign that is being waged here in Sweden about Eritrea. Can't Swedish media find anything positive, one thing positive to say about Eritrea? There's nothing positive about Eritrea? But it's not new. It's not only Eritrea that is given this treatment.
So what went wrong? I mean, for a generation you were democratic freedom fighters against the Ethiopian occupants. But nowadays you are considered as the worst dictatorship. So what went wrong?